Hey, what's up, folks? How's it going? This is Avijit here, and welcome to Devos Challenge Hub. So let's start with today's interview question. Let me share my screen. And today's interview question is on Elasticsearch. Can you explain the concept of node, cluster, index, document, and shard in Elasticsearch? So, first, we'll look at it diagrammatically, and then I will explain it. And at the end, we have quiz, and you can participate in the quiz. So, cluster is the whole data system, the collection of all the servers, and node is each physical server or virtual machine. And under that, you have a database. Index is like a database. And index contains documents. Like each order, customer places some order. One order is one document. And the collection of orders is your index. It's just an example. And shards, we'll discuss this a little later. Okay. It's basically for performance and backup. Okay, we create a replica. So cluster is a top level container for entire Elasticsearch deployment. It's a top level container cluster. So encompassing everything. Node is the physical or virtual machine in the cluster. Indices, logical collections of related documents. Like for example, order placed. So that's a database. And under that you have each order placed by customers. So it's a JSON document, records data. Shards is a physical storage unit, primary and replica. And this thing repeated for each node. This whole thing repeated for each node. And cluster repeated for each additional node. The cluster contains multiple nodes. Each node can host multiple indices as part of the indices. Each node can host multiple databases. One index contains many documents. Documents are stored in shards. Shards are distributed across nodes for scalability and redundancy. So we'll understand shards better with analogy. So we'll go to that point. So node is a single server in Elasticsearch, runs Elasticsearch software and stores data, can be physical or virtual. So it's a single server where Elasticsearch software is running, and it can be physical machine or virtual machine. For example, student in a class. Cluster is a collection of nodes working together. They share the data and workload identified by unique cluster name. For example, classroom. All students together, it's a classroom. Documents, the basic unit of data in Elasticsearch, stored in JSON format. For example, a single log entry, one order detail, one customer record. So these are documents. For example, single page in a notebook is a document. Then we have index. Index is like a database, collection of documents. So think of it like a database in SQL. So notebook where students write notes on a specific subject, physics notebook or maths notebook. So it's a kind of database. Note, and it contains many documents, like a single sheet, single page. And shard is an index, can be split into smaller pieces. Each shard is a self-contained loosened index. Two types, where primary actual data, replica is a copy or fault tolerance. For example, if a notebook it's a too big or too thick, so you break it, tear it maybe chapter wise, so that multiple students can carry. First student can carry the maybe first 2 3 chapters. Second student can carry another chapters, another few chapters, so that it's spread across multiple students. Okay, so that different students or nodes can hold part of it. If one student loses one part, backup copy is still safe. So for online shopping site, cluster is your whole data system. Nodes is your multiple servers storing data. There are multiple servers storing data. Document is each order placed by a customer. Index is the orders database. And start splitting the order index into smaller pieces so that they can spread across the server for performance and scalability. That is splitting of the database into order database into multiple pieces, mainly for performance. So this is the difference between cluster, nodes, documents, index, and search. So in interview, you can give a short answer like this. Node is one server. Cluster is a collection group of nodes. Index is a database where documents are stored. Document is smallest unit of data stored in JSON, like for example, customer order. Index can be order database. And shard is a partition of the index, partition of the database for with the replicas or fault tolerance. It will improve the performance and scalability. So this way you can expect short answer, but I have explained in detail so that it becomes very clear. Once you see this diagram, cluster nodes contains index, index contains documents, and then indexes are shared in like shard1, shard2, etc. And then this diagram also will make it clear, this hierarchical diagram. Now let's go to the quiz section. You can pause the video, try to answer. A node in Elasticsearch is best compared to database, single server, partition of data, JSON. Node is single server, right? A single server running Elasticsearch. Node is a single server running Elasticsearch. B. Again, next question, you can pause it and try to answer. What does a cluster represent in Elasticsearch? Cluster represents what? Cluster represents single JSON collection of shards, group of nodes working together, physical hard disk. Cluster represents group of nodes working together. C. Which of the following best describes a document in Elasticsearch? A single entry of data stored in JSON format. So a single entry of data stored in JSON format. What is an index in Elasticsearch similar to? Index is mass of database in SQL. It's like a database. The index is like a database in SQL that holds related documents. Answer is B. Why does Elasticsearch use shards? To split an index into smaller pieces for scalability and fault tolerance. So split index database is so huge, performance will degrade. So that database it breaks into smaller pieces for scalability and fault tolerance. Database or index. So split an index into smaller pieces for scalability and fault tolerance. So that's it for today. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also follow my DevOps Challenge Hub LinkedIn page. And I post jobs and career tips, interview tips on my WhatsApp community. You can join that. Link is down below this YouTube video. Thank you for watching this video. See you again in the next video.